Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Let's jump right in. This is going to be another classic reading, so we'll take a look at what's going on with divine feminines, divine masculines at this time, and of course the connection itself. At the end I will pull some cards with messages between the twins. And as always, I'm starting with an oracle deck, and today I decided to use the Spirit Junkie Oracle by Gabby Bernstein with the affirmations. So let's see what we get for divine feminines first of all. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm almost used to used to the cold climate and to New York weather. Not quite yet, but I'm getting there, almost there. And this week is just crazy for me in terms of how much I have to, how many errands I have to run, and I need to actually, not just virtual errands or something I have to do at home. I have to get out there and, go and do stuff. And yeah, that's helping me accumulate to the weather, I think. I'm going to the astronomy lecture today to the Museum of Natural History. This is where they have the official New York planetarium. This is where Neil deGrasse Tyson works. It's supposed to be some update on some recent findings from the Webb telescope and some other events that they've had. So I'm really, really excited about it. We'll see, maybe I'll do an article on the findings if there will be something that I can share that way. So for the feminines we have, I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. I'm pretty sure the last time I used this deck, we also had this, what was it? A week ago, we had this card for Divine Feminine. So somebody needs a reminder that that's not what you're supposed to do, but that's really like a template, right, of healthy relationships. You're supposed to seek happy people who inspire you to be great. And of course, it doesn't mean that if the person is not happy that you cannot be friends with them. But there is a difference between people who are happy as a baseline or unhappy as a baseline, and people who are happy or unhappy in specific situation, right? Because we all face our difficulties, our challenges, our shadows. We go through tough times, but it's important to be connected to people with that positive, enthusiastic baseline, right? That worldview. That it's not about finding who's at fault or sitting in the negative emotions and feelings for a long time. It's more about being able to dust yourself off and move on to bigger and better things, even if in those times, right? So this is, in general, building happy, healthy relationships, people who inspire me to be great. And it's not as hard as it seems. It sounds pretty ambitious at first when you hear it, I want to seek people who inspire me to be great. That doesn't have to be that difficult. Not to mention, of course, that they don't even have to be your friends, really, right? This is more the inspiration part is even more about just generally some influencers that you have in your life or that you seek that can ignite your own passion, right? Even if you're doing something different, but in the way they do it, the way they share it with the world, they can be inspirational for you. And of course, you usually get more inspired by people who we can relate to, who are similar to us in some shape or form, or they have similar life story as we do. What do we have for Divine Masculines today? Just a reminder that tomorrow I will be publishing my reading on the winter solstice. This is a pretty big deal astronomically, astrologically, and sorry guys, I have to pick it up. And in terms of the light work journey, twin flame journey. And as I promised, we'll be taking a look at what awaits the twins in the next cycle till the summer solstice. So pretty much the next 6 months. Got that overview. So, Divine Masculines, what do you have to say? I also got some real fur over here. You can see it very well, but it's a wreath and it's real fir tree. It smells so good. It's given me a hairdo, a bit of a hairdo. So I'll see whether I can relocate it a little bit. Okay, for the masculines we have, all that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. Yeah, those are our strengths, our hopes, our dreams, and things that keep us motivated and strong in the moment of weakness or when we experience some challenges. And it looks like well, actually we saw for both twins some karmic revelations from the last reading, but for masculine it's more of that tower moment overflow. I'm trying to say, because I get a vision of that, but it's hard for me to put it in words. But you know, it's like when, and I talk about it from time to time, when we get that big energy outburst, whether positive or negative, and then it takes some time. Well, it's like this echoing sound. If you throw a pebble in the water, it keeps like going and has those circles spread out, right? Like that's how it then manifests into our life. So, you know, it doesn't just happen like that and that's all, right? Even if it's a big event that happens, there's still unfolding of what it actually means. What are the consequences of that event, of that change, right? And that's what's happening for divine masculines right now. So, of course, it's causing instability, anxiety, and fear. And that's why it's important to remember that all that we love is more important than all that we fear, right? And that's what we need to focus on. And that's where we need to find comfort and support and nurture at times of need. Okay, let's see what's going on with Divine Feminine right now. Those were the affirmations, the mantras. Let's see what we have for... Oh, the of Cups in reverse. We'll get a clarifier for that. What do we have going on with Divine Masculines? And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. It helps me circulate these messages with more people. If you'd like to get a personal reading for your situation, do not hesitate to reach out to an email address or through my website, mindfulbamboo.com. So we got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. For Divine Masculines, we got the Devil. The same that we saw yesterday, so it kind of makes sense. Please clarify Two of Cups in reverse. But it's important, and that to me is also a continuation from yesterday's, that both twins are choosing the energy of love overall, not just towards each other, but including that, right? Including seeing, you know, and focusing on the love part, not the fear, right? Please clarify the Devil for the masculines. In this deck, it's a lot of self-indulgence here. Yesterday I mentioned people pleasing and finding an easy way out. But masculines recognizing that that's what they're doing, that's what they're choosing. Yeah, we have 9 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles here. Okay. Oh, what do we have for the connection in the meantime? Yeah, haven't really. 9 of Cups, not bad at all. And the clarifier. Ten of Wands. Right. Okay. So for the feminines, we have Two of Cups in reverse, clarified by Ace of Swords. Yeah, so Divine Feminine is turning the love of this connection within, or turning inwards for like self-exploration and figuring out what that kind of love, the higher love, as we like to call it, or we see mentioned in books, movies, and songs, what is it really about, right? Like understanding the inner truth. That's what I'm getting here, right? What is it for me? What does it mean? How do I recognize it, right? How is it different from any other relationship that I've had, the karmic relationship? And to me, this is not just about the love relationship. This is bigger than that. This is a lot about friendship as well. But I'm getting that for the most part right now, the associations that have been made are about life partnership and a love relationship. In part because it's usually implied that it involves some sort of friendship, right? Communication, spending time together, and enjoying each other's company, right? But this is like that higher level partnership, that is available to high level soulmates or twin flames, where you're actually able to gel with a person that way, to get connected that way, that you are comfortable spending a lot of time together. B, that you're actually, this is deep enough and strong enough so it goes beyond the physical attraction or some covering some basic needs of comfort and taking care of each other, right? That's how it kind of then grows into something more spiritual and foundational in terms of this is somebody who shares my view on life. This is somebody who wants the same things I do, whose consciousness is on a similar level, right? Like we vibe that way, right? Like that's the highest connection, really. So they're recognizing what does it mean and how do I recognize that, right? I'm also taking a closer look at both the energetic and the physical aspects. Physical including, the actual day-to-day lifestyle, the operational stuff, if you wish, right? Like how do we take care of home, of a pet, of a child? How do we build our budget, right? How do we split the chores? Something like that, right? Because we live in 3D world, and as much as, being a twin flame, we like to talk about the energy, the 5D, our big mission, what we can do as light workers. At the end of the day, we are of this, of this reality, right? Our bodies live here, and that's a big part of the importance of this experience, that we embrace it, that we go with it, right? We don't just pretend like that's separate from us and we live in a different world. The most impact we're going to make to help people, to help humanity, is when we can actually relate to what they're going through, to their experiences, when we keep experiencing that kind of life ourselves. Maybe not in the same way, because if we keep our high vibration, that means we are enhancing our experience all the time. But it's still important to stay there, in the 3D space. The masculines have got the devil, clarified by 9 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so masculines are looking into the reason why they're getting self-indulgent, or they are choosing an easy way out, or they are people-pleasing, right? And in part is because they feel like it's too much of a risk just to go with how they feel and what they want to say. And generally, it's there is a fear around that, right? Like if I do that, it's almost like burning the bridges, that sort of feeling, right? Like if I do that, I will lose this connection, or people will stop respecting me in this way, or admiring me this way, right? Like something will get lost, right? Or at least there is a very big risk of it. And then life becomes unpredictable, unstable, right? It's hard to plan ahead. So that's why there's this fear of just going all in, being honest and authentic, and saying no where it's needed and saying yes where it's, where your soul calls for it, even if it's not the most straightforward choice. Okay, let's get some messages from Divine Masculine. So the first card that falls out is the Fool card. Okay, so we have I'm ready, I just want space, and I'm getting that I'm ready for the new cycle. Like there's been a lot of karmic closures, and Divine Masculines have been in alignment. And again, just a reminder, especially if you're thinking about your own situation and where your DM is, being in alignment doesn't necessarily mean twin flame union, right? Because we know there are a lot of stages to that, and all that karmic path is super important to prepare the twins for union, right? So being in alignment a lot of times mean following through the karmic path, because they give us the lessons we're supposed to learn. And Divine Masculine is in alignment in that sense, right? They are moving forward, they are on track in their journey. Even if right now they're dealing with a lot of karmic questions, and maybe you're not even in communication, they are on track and they're moving forward, which means essentially that, you know, they're closer to being in union with you, even if it doesn't look that way. So Divine Masculine is basically saying, I'm ready for the new cycle. It's gonna be new, it's gonna be interesting. I just need space because I know that it will take me some time to get used to this new, even to this new feeling that I'm gonna have, right? Like this new level of energy, new quality, right? I'll need to kind of adjust my senses to it, to understand it better, to get used to it, right? So right now, well, I just need space. And in the meantime, I lie awake thinking about our future, and I want you, my dear Divine Feminine, to be more selfish and take care of yourself, right? And know that I love you no matter what. I love you already. You are more than enough for me, and I've definitely had my priorities have my priorities straight. I don't have all the answers yet of how I'm gonna get there, but I know this is the right path towards you. Messages from Divine Feminines now to Masculines. Okay, that was a lot, but I'm gonna take them. I want you to choose you matter and strength, ego. Yeah, so and this actually is kind of a sync with the Be More Selfish card. So Divine Feminine is also saying that, you know what, you are super important to me, and actually I understand that a lot of next steps in our connection will depend on your choices, the choices that you will make. I'm not supposed to influence them, I'm not supposed to push them. My strength is actually in keeping in my own lane, like staying in my own lane and taking care of my business, of my karmic path, and you know, the next steps that I have to, that I feel like I have to take to become the best version of myself, to realize myself in mission, to find my joy and happiness, to understand who I am, right? Because I'm also on my way to you, like, you know, like in that J-Lo song, totally a twin flame charm song. You know, I'm on my way, and I'm working through it, right? I'm staying strong, I'm staying positive, and just know that you matter to me, and I'll be waiting for your choices in this connection. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with that winter solstice reading very, very soon. Bye, everyone.